Today I've decided that I'm going to go over Last Term. It's a game that I've made together with a friend of mine, Jacob. It has been released on 7th of October 2025. It has been a while now, which is why I think it's just kind of the perfect time to go over it now, and the lessons I've learned and things that I will be doing moving forward as well. So Last Term is an anomaly game. It is a find the difference type of game. So you go through the environment, find any differences, you go up or down depending on if you have found one. And that's it. It's a very simple concept, and that's kind of the reason why we've decided to make this game. It is a game inspired by Exit 8, which is the kind of original entry within this genre. It's very simple. It's like, if you really think about it, it's just a straight corridor and a few items that you kind of pay attention to. And again, that's why we decided to start with that game. Now, just to jump into it straight away, this is how much we've made. We've made over $13,000 in gross revenue, and then from that we're looking at over 10,000 as well. That's over 3,000 units sold, with sitting at 5,000 wishlists now. With wishlists, we've not had 5,000 from start. That is obviously building up over time, just like with sales. But overall, I find it quite a success for myself as a first game. That is a lot of numbers. That is a lot of good numbers. They're not great. It's not obviously million bucks like everyone is hoping for, especially with that first game. But it's a realistic view on how much you can be looking at. And I will be going over the marketing and what we did as well to get here. This is kind of the roadmap, kind of going over how much we've made, why we've made it, so kind of what inspired us, marketing, feedback, moving forward, and then a few lessons as well. For a bit of kind of context as well, I have made loads of games in the past, not commercial, however, they're kind of small projects. I have studied game development in college and university, so I've made quite a few projects. I've participated in a few jams, game jams, and made loads of side projects. This is like nothing, to be honest. I've got 4 of them here, but I've made so many that just never seen the light of the day, which I think is quite relatable to any game developer. And obviously we've got Last Term, our first game, and then Idomon, which is a game that we're kind of working on right now, wishlisted right now. Yeah, it's something that we've been working on for 2 months. It's an idle desktop monster tamer, I'm gonna call it. You collect cards and just kind of let it chill there. You can have it running while studying or working, and you just collect cards, and that's it. It's quite simple, just like the first game. And it's coming on next Fest, 23rd, so if anyone wants to check out the demo as well, wishlist, wait for it. Hopefully you can play it and give us some feedback after that as well. But yeah, looking at all of that, these are the numbers. One thing I wanted to kind of go over as well, actually 2 things. First one is conversion rate, which is quite high for our game. We've got 17%, with average of normally being about 10. The reason for it is discounts and festivals. So this is the chat for our wishlist since launch. So there's a massive, just kind of like flat line. We haven't really done any marketing since we've put the Steam up as visible on Steam. And that's one of the things that I think we really have failed on. Like, we haven't done any marketing at the start. So I definitely recommend doing more marketing, even whilst you're developing it, just doing devlogs. So for any developers, just put it out there. It doesn't have to be finished. And that's kind of something that I'm a bit upset about, because I should have done that. But yeah, hopefully I can just keep doing that moving forward. First spike. So wishlist, first spike, blue line, that is when we sent out emails. So we started doing marketing with emails. And that's kind of the main piece of marketing for the game for us. It gave us a bit of a spike with wishlist before the launch, which then obviously is the massive one. And then obviously dropping over time, just like any other game. And here is where the wishlist purchases come in. So on launch. Anyone that has wishlisted before launch has bought it. Went down over time, naturally, just like normal sales. And then there's a small spike here as well. Well, small, it's quite similar to the launch one. That was when we put the game on discount. That was a month after the launch. There was nothing special. We just put it on discount just to get more sales, and it worked. We then had the winter sale in December. Once again, we were in that festival, in that event, put on discount, we got a few sales, and then we've put out another discount at some point, a bit more sales from the wishlist. So one of the things that I do recommend is definitely putting the game on discount whenever you can, because it does generate more sales. I mean, people just love seeing stuff on sale when it's cheaper than it's meant to be, you know, like it's like one of the oldest tactics in sales, just making it on discount, let people buy it for a smaller price than it is meant to be, obviously, when it comes to the full price. Now, one of the things that I also find quite interesting is Gamalytic and its data, because if you're a developer, you most likely have used it and seen it. It shows you how much a game has, like basically estimates of how much a game has made. And I was always curious if it's accurate. And I've got to say, I think it is. I think it is quite accurate. I mean, just to kind of check out our game, it is showing us that we've made copies sold 2,500, so 2.5, of upwards of 3,400, sorry. So it is quite accurate. That is how much we have sold. That is how much we have made. It obviously will not always be very accurate, but it will give you a really good idea of how much a game has made. And also a good insight is which countries it sells in. Now, what you've got to understand, I will come back to this game as well in a second. What you've got to understand is localization is a big thing, a big part of marketing and getting the game out there as well. Because if you localize in a different language, you will get more people to see the game when the game launches. So you can have more people obviously buy it, play it, more content creators, etc. I think it's quite essential to have at least English, Chinese, and then potentially looking at German. These are like the three top dogs in sales if you look at any game. I'm just to kind of pick up Eugenics because it's very popular right now. You have USA, so you've got English, you've got China. Russia's quite popular as well, but you've just got to do like very minimal research on what countries you've got to market in. Steam's got data for it as well, but definitely got to have English, Chinese, Russian, German, and so on. So this is the data of the game. Once again, could have done a bit better if we did more marketing. I'll show what kind of marketing exactly we did as well for the game. Just kind of jump into why we've made this game. Exit 8, simple concept. This is basically the level design for it. It is just a straight passageway, just a corridor. And you just look at the walls, look at the differences. That's it. We obviously couldn't just do exactly that because the game, the original game of Anomalies of Exit 8 got released like a long time ago. So we tried doing a little bit more. We obviously did slightly bigger level, and we had rooms you could go into, you could interact with objects, there was mini games, so we tried doing a little bit more in order to succeed as well, with the fact that it has been a while and we're not the first to do it as well, because there was more Anomaly games. I mean, Shinkansen Zero was one of the more popular ones as well, and then Who's at the Door, one of the most recent ones, and it was actually dropped midway through the development of last term, which gave us hope and gave us an idea of how much we can price our game for. So that was quite helpful. Now, in terms of lessons, in terms of like what's very important about all of this, the reason why we did it, so that's something that we've kind of learned before making this game, is picking the genre and making a small game. So it's what people have been calling it as riding the wave. You might have heard it from other developers. It's about fulfilling demand. So if there is a demand for a certain product, simply there will be sales. If there's demand, there will be sales. If people want it, they will buy it. You just gotta make sure that obviously you're making something good as well. You're making something of value, and obviously of quality. But that's about picking a genre first. It's making sure that you're going to make a game that people want to play. People that are basically people that are looking towards playing a certain game. And I think that was from Code Monkey. He said, solid game in a hot genre will always win over a great game in an okay genre. And I really do agree with it, because there's not many people looking towards a new 2D platformer or the next puzzle cube game. You might succeed. Obviously, you've got games like Silksong, but that's only because they've already built up enough rep. They've had a massive audience, loads of wish lists. But if you're a new developer as well, you will most likely fail with choosing a bad genre, even if your game is really good. Now, another big thing is making a small game. Once again, Code Monkey has said it a million times. I mean, gotta watch Code Monkey. What a great guy. Yeah, just make small games. Like about 1 to 3 months is great, because you can make multiple games in a year rather than focusing on one game throughout multiple years. Why is that important? Passive income, okay? Obviously, on top of making games out of passion, out of love, you've got to make money, you've got to survive. And you want to be making more games to make more money. It's simple as that, okay? Passive income with this. You're looking at revenue over time. Let's say we make one game, it doesn't do too well. Over time, the sales obviously drop, just like you've seen with last term. So the spike simply goes down. There's a wish list, but it's the same for sales. It will drop over time. But then if you make another game, again, it will drop down over time. However, now the total of how much you're making a month has increased. Make a third game, guess what? It's now a combination of 3 games that are earning you money in that month. And then let's say, well, that 4th game, finally you did it. You've made 4 games, and that 4th game actually was quite a success. But even with it making a lot of money, these 3 games still add up to the total and make you even more money. It's something that I haven't really been paying attention to too much. I was kind of focusing on making a big hit instead. But I'm kind of shifting towards making more games so I can build up kind of that monthly, because I think it's kind of the best way to go about it as a new developer. And one example of it, which I kind of had on my screen, I've gone through it, was Stacklands from Sockpop. These guys are crazy. They've made over 100 games now, and they all do quite well. But then they've got a few bangers. They've got a few games that actually did really, really well, like Stacklands. So Stacklands, they've got overall, that's with all of the different languages, over 20,000 reviews with, a decent price tag. If I go on Gamalytics again and check out how much they've made, once again, it's not going to be very accurate, but it will give you a really good estimate. 2 million copies, 10 million copies sold with that one game. And you've got to think about it once again with kind of this graph with the passive income of releasing many games over time. Their total must be insane at that time. Like at this point, with 100 games every month generating revenue, that's kind of the dream as well. Like it's not just about making that one big hit. If you make 100 games that all generate you revenue, that's pretty good, you know. But yeah, that's kind of the first thing. Definitely something to think about. Marketing. With marketing for last term, I've released 2 trailers as well as a devlog video, kind of going over how it went as well. So check it out if you're interested, kind of going over a little bit more about the game. Yeah, I've released 3 videos in total plus 2 shorts. With the shorts, I've tried making it a bit funny because I was kind of going for that idea of approaching content creators. So I tried making it basically content for people to see and finding it funny, but I'm not sure if it was the right approach for this game. But also I haven't done enough. Like 3 videos and 2 shorts is just not enough. Like, you've got to do a lot more than that. On Reddit, I've tried posting some like not really devlogs, but like, I've made this, give me some feedback. That has given me a bit of kind of traction, some views, some people talking about it, but it's just other developers that are kind of discussing the game and giving me that feedback. So I don't think it really converts into wishlists or sales. Now, the big thing, that was the only thing that kind of really generated us a lot of money, that saved the game. If I have to be honest, we have sent over 200 emails in all these different languages. That is the languages that we have localized the game in. And I think it worked out quite well with the emails just alone. Like, we didn't have a demo for the game. We didn't have the marketing of daily uploads. It was just emails that kind of generated that much money for us. Like, we've got loads of like big names playing it. I mean, we've had Queso. We had Queso on his stream play it. We don't have a groundman in the game. He was playing 2 games in that video, but 700,000 views. He played last turn. We had other big kind of creators play it as well. Unfortunately, there's not a big conversion into sales, because it's a game where if you've seen it once, you don't really feel the need to play it yourself. There's not much replayability. I mean, there is a lot of anomalies. We've got over 50 anomalies, so there's a lot of things that could happen in the game that these people haven't seen, and the audience of these kind of creators haven't really seen as well, but they don't really know that. They've seen the game, they think they've seen the game, and they're just not going to really try it out. So it's unfortunate, but it's just dependent on the game itself as well. Lessons. Market your game. I haven't really done enough of it. You just got to put it out there. You've got to be consistent. I should have been uploading daily. I should have been uploading on multiple platforms, not just YouTube as well. It's kind of the main kind of takeaway of marketing. I mean, bit random, I think, but I'm pulling Megabonk. Very successful game, made by indiegame. He's been making lots of shorts. I think it really worked out for him because he's been consistently uploading shorts. They made them very entertaining, great thumbnails, and he's just been at it constantly, which allowed him to get a lot of wishlists. So he's done a lot of good stuff. Now it's like, oh, but this is like hard to replicate. Not really. Here's a game called the Marbles. It got released last month, since making of this video, so 7th of January. And it has already made quite a bit of money. Like, it's already made more money than us with a simple marble game. And it's priced higher than us, and it's got more reviews than us. And that is simply because of the marketing. Like, this developer has been marketing on every single platform, on Imager, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And with YouTube, I mean, there's so many different shorts that he's been just putting out daily. So it's not obviously the success of Megabonk with this game, but it just goes to show that even with such a simple game, and not to kind of offend the developer, with a game that doesn't really seem marketable, like it's not a very exciting looking game, it still did a good job, okay? So I'm not saying the game looks bad or is bad, but it's not a very exciting game as Megabonk is, okay? I don't think there's much demand in marble games as well, but he's just done a good job in putting it out there. So that is pretty much it when it comes to marketing. You just have to do it. You just have to be consistent. Now, with reviews and feedback, we got 5 negative in total. We've got 3 of them that basically just said, I don't like the game. Like, the first one, just another entry in this anomaly genre. I hope it just dies off. It just didn't enjoy the game, I guess. Unlucky, you know. Can't win them all. Another one said that you pick up the girl's panties. Die from the cockroach, go to the beginning, miss the cloud on the poster, and then get killed by Chucky's doll's stepsister. I mean, that's a pretty like a good summary of the game. Is it similar to Exit 8? Yes. Okay, cool. It's obviously a little bit more than Exit 8. There's some interactions and other stuff. Is it worth the time money? No. Definitely not. There's not much I can say about this one. I mean, there is a lot to the game. There is a lot of anomalies, different kinds of anomalies, which obviously was kind of the goal for us with it being kind of unexpected of what you can see in the game and making sure that it's fun and entertaining. But apparently that's just not for them. It's just not something that they've enjoyed. Now this person, over 4 hours of playthrough, I mean, that's interesting. 4 hours is quite a bit, because I think average like playthrough is about an hour and a half. So they like the game, but they just want to punch us, kick us, I suppose. They don't like us that much. So pretty much, they're not calling it a lazy cash grab, because it's not. We have put a lot of effort into making the game. They're calling it tedious, however, because of the nature of the game itself. It's an anomaly game. You can basically lose progress very quickly and you have to start over. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can really do about these negative reviews. If they didn't enjoy the game, that's unfortunate. However, we had 2 more that were with bugs slash issues as well. First one was with achievements being bugged, and I'm not sure exactly what the issue was, because we've messaged that person and they never got back to us. We've playtested it many times, different devices, and we've never encountered that issue, so we never really fixed it. So we're not sure if that's even an issue. But if it is, I mean, we can't really do anything about it. We can't find it. We haven't found it. So it's unfortunate if it is really a bug. And then another one, after finishing the board game, it just keeps going and won't let me leave. Game breaking bug. That person is referring to the Connect game, which if you lose or win, you just leave. Like it just ends. Like if you lose or win, like you don't have to play anymore. You can just continue playing the game. I'm not sure if that person was aware of it. But that definitely wasn't a bug. We've tested it as well. Again, tried messaging that person. They didn't really get back to us. But yeah, it's not too bad. Like out of this many reviews, only having 5 negative, 2 bugs, and 3 negative, just out of simply not liking the game. Quite happy with it. Can't complain. When it comes to positive reviews, I'm not going to go over them. Obviously, people have enjoyed the game, so it's something that I appreciate, and I'm glad that they have. And I hope that it will just continue, and kind of looking at moving forward, keep making games. That is something that I want to be doing myself, and obviously we'll be doing as well with my mate Jacob. We are already making like multiple games right now. We've just kind of finished off making this game called Itemon. It's an idle desktop game where you kind of just collect cards for your island, for your monsters, and it's just a nice little cozy game. You put it on the side of your screen, you can study, you can work, and just kind of have it running there in the background and making progress over time. We've got a few wish lists. I think we've got about 300 right now. We are participating in Nextvers as well. That is coming up next week, 23rd of February. So if you're interested, wish list the game. Would be appreciated. That is something that we've just finished. We are working now on another game, and that another game will be an incremental game, and I will just tell you why. Once again, Code Monkey, what a great guy. He said it. He genuinely has said it like half a year ago. He said that incremental games is the next big thing, and it is. It's still going like months after the first like few incremental games. It is the current hot genre. The concept is very simple. the numbers go up. That's it. Like the numbers go up. You simply just do a certain action. You then go to like a skill or tech tree. You upgrade a few things, and you keep doing it. But it just gets a little bit more exciting because there's bigger numbers. There's more things to collect and mine, for example. And there's a lot of really successful games right now that are just doing so well, and that's something that we are going to be working on as well. So if you're a game developer, I recommend looking into incremental games, and overall looking into following these 3 steps. Riding the wave, choosing the right genre, making sure that you're making a game where there is demand for it, where people actually want to buy it. Making small games so you can actually make multiple games within a year, making a game within about a month to 3 months, so then you can start looking into building kind of that passive income of getting more and more money over months of releasing games. And then lastly, just marketing it, making sure that you upload daily, upload everywhere, try and get it to as many people as possible, get lots of wish lists, and simply hopefully convert it into lots of sales. So once again, thank you very much. I hope you wishlist item on and check out the demo on the next fest. And if you're interested in kind of bit of behind the scenes and seeing the numbers, seeing what I'm up to myself as a developer, just subscribe as well, and see you in the next video.